Okay. You can come here, implement.
The SCM version is different from this one.
Sorry, what?
SCM version
SCM version, yes, yes, yes. I'm
different
not
from this one.
sure if those are going in parallel and in sync. I'm not sure. SCM version and Cloud WMS. You see 25B, what's new? And they have just, did some changes on Redwood majorly. Okay. You can see here, overview here. Okay. Feature summary. In inbound, they have changed some control serialization on item level. Okay. Okay, it is not enabled. They have just, they are planning for future use. Okay. You see, work area activity module, they have just, enhanced here. So these are some changes you can just go through. Okay. I checked few changes which I'm working on one project now. For in that project, one API they have introduced for a split LPN. So that's where I found like that there are major changes in API they did. Workforce management. See up to. But yeah, here you can just click whatever is there, whatever topic that they have announced. You can just go through those topics. Okay, because there are many things they update in every release. Okay, I'll just ping you this uh, link in chat.
Okay.
You can go through. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, actually, I also skipped one part here in from inbound. Put away. We discussed a lot every topic. Okay, we did purchase order ASN, different types of ASN receiving, then some configuration like inbound shipment type, purchase order type, screen parameters also we discussed. We also covered the quality control. Okay, quality control receiving, but the put away is still pending. Okay, so we'll start put away today. Okay, so have you ever heard about put away?
Yes.
Okay, so Santoshi, have you ever heard?
No, Raju.
Okay. So what happens? Let's say you received some inventory. Okay, you received some inventory in your warehouse. Okay, so you know this like the screen says like all the inbound shipment data you can see here. Okay, so this is your header part. Okay, and whatever inventory that you supposed to receive in this inbound shipment, you can see that part in detail. Okay, this is inbound shipment detail. So whatever LPN that you have received, okay, whatever item quantity, everything you can see here. Okay, so these were expected to receive, and whatever received quantity you have received against the shipment, you can also see that part here. Okay, so here as soon as you receive the shipment quantity, you got that LPN, cartoon, pallet, whatever you say. Okay, within your warehouse, you can see that LPN. Okay, LPN is nothing but your cartoon. Okay, so cartoon is like it's a box. Okay, cartoon box. Okay, LPN is your unique number from which you will track that box throughout the warehouse. Okay, so wherever you are doing transaction, you will scan that number, and whatever inventory it is there in that box, you can transact. Okay, so all this LPNs you will receive. Okay, and as soon as you received, status will say as received. Okay, so if you imagine if you have received something, okay, from unloaded shipment, where that box would be, where that box location would be. Can you imagine? Let's say I unloaded the truck, I received the pallets, LPNs from that shipment. Now, where those pallets or LPN should be in warehouse?
After receiving,
Yes, after receiving.
it should be in the inventory, like after the put away.
In inventory, yes, but physically, where should that
Staging area,
pallet located?
staging area.
Yes, okay. The receiving area, or like dock area, or
Hmm.
a specific area where you do receiving.
Yes, for the
Correct?
inbound operations.
So inbound operations. Now you have to put that LPN pallet or boxes to your rack area or wherever you want that LPNs to be placed. Okay. So that process of placing those LPNs from receive to from your receiving station, your dock area or wherever it is, okay, from that location to your rack location or whatever um, correct location for that material. Okay, that process we call it as put away. Okay, now we have few configurations here to perform a put away. You can do manual put away, okay, where you can just select LPN whatever you have to locate, and here's the locate button. Okay, locate LPN button. You can straight away click here and you can give the location where you want put. Okay, but here the put away rules, priorities, nothing will work because you are doing it manually. Okay, if you want put away should be driven by from WMS, then you will need some put away configuration. System will suggest the location. Okay, we call it as suggested put away. Okay, so how it will work and what configuration it will need, we will go through it. Okay, first thing we will need is put away type. First thing is put away type. Next thing is put away priority and put away rule. These are put away specific configurations, but we will also need item, correct? Then location, okay? Location size type. You remember this location size type? Location size type. There were two things we discussed: location type and location size type. Location type were like reserve, active, doc, QC. You remember? Yes. Location types. Okay. Then
Yes.
for location size type, I told you that whatever locations that your business is having, okay, let's say your business having rack type of locations, the types that your business specifies, okay, rack locations, pigeonhole, okay, pigeonhole. Then you have your open area locations, okay. So these kind of locations, you will call it as, means you will configure the location size type. Whatever your business decides that these types of location are from my business side. Okay. So those types you will configure as location size type. Are you getting this? These are business defined location types, you can say. These are seeded location types. Okay. So we will need this location size type. Okay. Then if the location is reserved type of location, then you will need a location size type. If you are dealing with active location put away, then you will need a replenishment zone. You just uh, uh, you know follow what I'm writing, because straight away you'll not get this, like what is replenishment zone, what is location size type. Location size type we already discussed, okay, but replenishment zone I'll discuss. So replenishment zone is applicable for active location. Okay. Now this tagging, why we need? Because we don't have active location. Okay, for active location, put a priority. If you are driving your put away to active location, then the validation on that location is replenishment zone. Okay. And if you are valid, means if you are directing your put away to reserve location, then your validation is location size type. Okay. That's why while configuring locations, you need to configure in such a way that if the location is reserve location, you should keep location size type defined. Okay. If it is active, then you should keep replenishment zone defined on that location. Okay. I'll come to the point what this replenishment zone is. Okay. You got this? If it is reserve location, we need to define what is a location size type. If it is active, we need to give the replenishment zone. Okay. Now you got this location size type. What this location size type is? This is business defined location types. Simply, whatever types of locations that business is using, these we can configure as per business requirement. Okay. Now, the main purpose of replenishment zone configuration is, have you ever heard about replenishment? Hello.
No, Rajiv.
Replenishment is refilling location, process of refilling the location. Okay. So what
Okay.
happens? Let's say these are all racks. Okay. These are all racks. These are all rack. This is rack A, rack B, rack C, rack D. Okay. These are all racks. Now, let's say these are my picking location. Okay, from these I'm picking the material. Okay, so these are my picking locations. So what I will do, I want these locations to be filled every time. These locations should be filled with some inventory. Okay, so what I will do, I'll configure a minimax for these locations. Okay, I'll configure a minimax that minimum at least 50 quantity should be there, maximum 200 quantity should be there. Okay, I'm just giving an example. We can derive, or we can configure replenishment from different validations also. I'm just giving a minimax example. What I have done, okay, I have written okay, minimum 50 quantity should be there, or max 200 quantity should be there. Okay, as soon as stock goes below 50, system should, when system creates a order, internal order. Okay, it creates a internal order, and it picks from the rest of the locations. We can give the rules from where it should get picked. Okay, and it refills the location. This process of refilling the location with inventory, we call it as replenishment. Clear?
Is it similar
Yes.
to consolidation?
Consolidation is different. Consolidation, it means you can do consolidation for different reason. Like you have multiple orders, you want to pick for those multiple orders, and then you can consolidate stock to take out those orders or to fulfill those sales orders. Okay.
Okay.
But replenishment is particularly with location. Okay, you are refilling the location with the same stock. Okay, and these are internal orders. Internal order will get created to do stock transfer from one location to another location. Okay, we are going to cover that part, but I'm just giving a high level high level of this replenishment, what this replenishment is actually. Why? Because we want, means we will need this replenishment zone to be configured. Okay, you got this replenishment process?
Yes, Raju.
Yes. Now let's say this rack D is my picking locations, and I want to replenish only this area. Okay, let's say only these locations I want to replenish. I don't want to replenish these locations. Okay, so what I will do, I will configure replenishment zone to all of these, all of these locations. Replenishment zone, what it defines, whenever replenishment runs, it will only replenish these locations. So you are demarking, or you are configuring the replenishment zone so that system identifies only these locations to be replenished. Okay, so that's why we have this replenishment zone setup. Okay, you got this? What this replenishment zone is? This we create individually. Okay, we need to create a replenishment zone, and then we need to link it with the location. How it gets used in replenishment, we will see that in inventory management. But have you got this? What this replenishment zone is? Nishank sir, you just joined. I'll just give you a brief that we are discussing on put away. Okay, how we can strategize put away in WMS. We can manually also do a put away. Okay, we have this locate LPN button in IB LPN screen. You can straight away select any LPN, and you can just hit this button, and you can give the location whatever you want, wherever you want to keep that LPN, it will get located. Okay, so you can drive this put away from UI screen like this way. Okay, this is manual put away. Nothing, no configuration will be needed for this. Okay, of course, location will need. Okay, now next thing is, we were discussing on the required setups and configurations that we will need to drive a put away from WMS side. Okay, so we listed like we will need a put away type, we'll need put away priority, put away rule, we will need items, locations, and location size type, and replenishment zone. Okay, you remember this location size type we discussed previously in application overview?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are business specified or business described location types like pigeonholes. We have rack locations. We have open area locations. Correct. So these type of locations you can configure as per business requirement.
Correct.
Okay. Now replenishment
Just
zone.
just one thing. So we are using the put away rule, but we don't have the strategy here, or do we have it?
We'll come to that part. Okay, how we
Okay.
are doing the strategy. This
Okay.
rule is your strategy. Put away and rule combining all together, you can create a strategy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Now,
are saying something about replenishment zone.
yes, replenishment.
Interrupted.
Right. So whenever you want to direct your put away or LPN, okay, to active location, then you will need to configure this replenishment zone on that location. Okay. If the location, directed location is reserved, then you will need a location size type configuration on that location. Okay. So replenishment, you already know, like refilling the location, right? With
Yeah.
stock.
Yes. Yes.
If you, okay, for replenishment zone, we were discussing the replenishment zone decide what location to get replenished. Okay. So in this exam, means in this diagram, I'm
Rajesh,
showing, yes, yes.
uh, are you considering this Reg D as a active?
It could be active or reserve. Okay. Now
Nahi,
I'll come to that
if
point.
we are considering
I'll,
as active, then that's why we have picked this for the replenishment zone.
yes. The example was like that.
Okay, okay.
This is a
Yeah.
picking area. Okay, like in example, I said this is picking area and we want a specific stock in this location at any point of time. Minimum 50 quantity, maximum 200 quantity. Always we need to keep this stock. Okay.
So we are
What?
just prioritizing our put away, so it will put away to the reg D first, like
No,
this.
no, no, no. It is nothing to deal about put away currently. I'm just
Okay.
explaining a replenishment zone.
Okay.
Okay. So to keep the stock level, we need to drive a replenishment. Okay, replenishment is process of refilling the locations. Okay, so we will pick some quantity or some inventory from this rack A, B, C, and we will put it to the rack D, and we will maintain the stock. So whatever inventory movement we are doing, the process of that inventory movement, we can call it as replenishment. Okay. Now, replenishment zone will decide what or which location will get replenished. So these locations are in consideration for replenishment. Okay. So system will check stock whatever minimax quantity that you have defined for all these locations. You got this? How replenishment zone is used? Okay. It will decide what location to replenish. So these locations will get replenished. Now I'll show you how you can configure the replenishment zone on location. Okay. While creating location, you have this field replenishment zone. Okay. But you see there's a LOV. So it means you need to configure it first. Okay. Replenishment zone is the screen. Here you can configure it. Okay. That's a simple setup. You can just you can just put code and description. That's it. Okay. You are just configuring a replenishment zone, which will be used ahead for location setup and replenishment. Okay. Now I have already configured this electronic. Okay, where we keep only electronic items. So as to say. Okay. So that's simple setup. Now we can create a location. Let's say I have created a location. Okay. This is the location. I'll copy it. Okay. Let me see what locations. Okay. I'll just to AEC. Okay. Active electronic location. Area is AEC. Barcode is AEC 201. Okay. I'm keeping it as multiple SKU enabled and replenishment zone as EC. Okay. Why I'm putting it as replenishment zone EC? Because I will use that location for replenishment. Okay. And it comes under EC replenishment zone. Okay. I can build multiple replenishment zone like this. Okay. If I want to replenish velocity A type of item. Okay. So I can configure those locations for velocity A item. Okay. So whatever code it is, PVA. You can keep it as PVA. Okay. This time I'm using EC, electronic items. Okay. You got this? So we can save this. Okay. So that's how you can create a location. Now this is for active location. You can create a replenishment zone. Okay. Now if it is a reserve location, okay, if for reserve location, you need to configure location size type. Okay. So for location size type, I told you these are business specific location types you can create. Okay. Here for location size type, they have renamed the screen name as location put away types. Okay. Because someone have renamed it. Okay. You can put it as location size type. So don't go with the location, sorry, the screen name. Okay. So this is location size type. Let me change it. I don't want to make you confused. You see this location size type? Maybe I'll need to. You see this location size type? Are we on track? You guys are following what we are doing? Hello.
Yes, Raju.
Okay. Yeah. So we are configuring the location size type. These are business specific types for the location. Okay. So here we can see big electronics, medium electronics, small electronics. Okay. So the location which are associated with this location size type can hold small electronic items, medium electronic items, big electronic items. Similarly, finished good, finished material, raw material. Okay. Now you will say where this is configured. How would I know? Okay, these locations are directly having the stock of medium electronic or small electronic. This is all you are configuring newly. Okay, so your business have to drive this assumption that whatever locations that you have defined with this location size type have hold this type of material, small electron, medium type of electron. You got this? Because there's no restriction. If someone from user side manually put the location, okay, and manually do a put away of any LPN, okay, which is not of medium electronic, okay, and you are putting it big electronic material. Of course, system will check the capacity, but if you, I mean, user will have this option to override the capacity button. Okay, so it is always, it will always not follow whatever you are configuring. Okay, so I mean for this one, okay, user have those rights to override. Okay, now you see here the business specified location size type we already have. You see this big electronics, medium electronics, small electronics. So these are business specific location size we have. You got this? Hello. Location size type. For what type of location we are configuring this? Active or reserve? Hello.
Reserve, no, for this one for reserve.
Ha. Reserve. Right. Reserve will configure location size type. For active will configure replenishment zone. Okay. That's what you're following, guys. Yeah. Okay. So there's no much setup here. Again, same thing. Okay. There's one code and there's description. That's it. Okay. Nothing major. Now, you got the replenishment zone created, location size type created. You also have the locations. Okay. Locations with location size type setup. Okay. You see the Supremo B EC. Okay. These are all location size type. And we also have the replenishment zone created, EC. You got this? So we have this location, location size type. This is also done, replenishment zone. Okay. We also have the item. Okay. Give me a moment. We also have the item. Now we will see. Okay. I'll use item later. Okay. Now we'll see the put away types. Put away types. First, you need to define what type of put away you are using. Okay. Now, this can be configured as per business requirement. Okay. So let's say the example is I am storing electronic material and I am configuring it in such a way that I am just measuring their dimensions. Okay. And as per certain dimensions, I am validating those items as medium, small, and big. Okay. So that's why I have created small electronics item put away, medium electronic item put away, and big electronic item put away. You got this? How I have config, I mean, how we have this put away types created here. Okay. Now, how you can create these put away types. Okay, you see this. There's a put away type, code we have, and description. Okay, these are the mandatory things. If you want to depalletize on put away flag, I mean these two flags we have. Okay, pallet position required flag, it means you're using a pallet for put away. Okay, so I'll just give you this example. Just a moment. You see this, you always get all the material on pallet. Okay, if the pallet is intact throughout the journey of that inventory, then you don't need a depalletization. You received a pallet, you store a pallet, you ship a pallet. You got this? So whatever quantity is here, okay, you don't need a depalletization. You receive that whole quantity, whole inventory on the pallet, you put away or you store on a pallet, on a same pallet, okay, and then you ship it on a same pallet. In this process, you don't need a depalletization. Do you agree? Do you follow, guys? So palletization means what? You are just stacking those materials, that inventory on a pallet. We call it as palletization. Depalletization means you are removing that inventory from that pallet and you are putting it to the different pallet. Okay. If your inventory is intact on a same pallet, you don't need a depalletization. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So now, if you want, you can enable a depalletization flag. So it will system will create an intermediate LPN for put away, correct? Because you got a stock, means received stock on one pallet, let's say pallet A, okay? Then you are putting it on a pallet B, okay? And then you are transferring it to pallet C, correct? So intermediate pallet will again come. If you want, you can enable it, but we keep it as no, okay? We don't need a palletization, depalletization, okay? So these are two flags used if you use the depalletization. Okay, we are not using any of these. Okay, now you are just giving put away type and description. That's it. Okay, so what we have configured here, if you see, this put away type will be used for medium electronic items. Okay, big electronic items and small electronic items. You got this? Hello. So let's make a scenario again. I think you guys are getting confused. Okay, so let's make a scenario here. We have a export quality of material, and we are storing it in rack A. Okay, here we don't have any validation. It is medium, small, big, anything. We don't have. Okay, but for electronic material, okay, we have validation like small electronic, medium electronic, okay, and big electronic. Okay, so these three validations we have in case the material is electronic. We don't have any validation for export quality of material. Okay, let's say here we are putting export material, export INV inventory. Okay, here we are keeping electronic INV. Okay, you got this? Okay, now whatever export quality material we receive, we will direct it to the rack A. Whatever electronic type of material we will receive, first we will validate, is it small, is it medium, is it big, then we will go for rack B. Okay, so let's say these locations from rack B, these locations are small electronic. Okay, then these locations are medium electronic, and these are big electronic. Okay, here there's no validation like small, medium, anything. Okay, we have all these locations where wherever we want we can put away it, but it should go only for rack A, not in rack C, D, anywhere. Got this? You guys are following? Okay, so now for this electronic inventory, we have this replenishment type, location size type, everything is done. Okay, for rack A, we will configure it. Okay, we'll configure. First, we'll go with the location size type. Okay, I'll say exp inv. Okay, export inventory. Okay, I will save this export inventory. Okay, similarly, let's say there are some, these are active locations. Okay, these are active locations, and these are reserve locations. Okay, these are reserve, these are active, only in rack A. Okay, for active locations we will configure replenishment zone. Same thing, exp inv export inventory. Okay, you got this? Same thing I have configured here. Now we will create locations. Okay, let me refresh this location screen because we recently created those two setups, which should get reflect while creating a location. Okay, we have locations for electronic items, small, big, everything we have. We will create 4 locations. Okay, two locations. I want this to be used for all the companies, so I'll create a reserve location. Okay, exp 101. Okay, expr, this is reserve. Okay, barcode is expr 101. Okay, I'm allowing all I mean multi SKU item. Okay, as this is reserve, I'm using location size type. Okay, you got this? I'm not giving any weight for a moment. Okay, so it will be used default weight and everything will be used. Okay, I'll put something minimum 10. Okay, maximum weight 1000. Okay, minimum volume 10,000. Okay, length 10, something like this. Okay, Mm, I'll create one. I'll create one more. Okay, I'm just changing the barcode and levels. These two locations are reserve locations. Okay, now we will create 2 active locations for export quality material. I'm just putting active. I just copied it. Whatever I'm doing, you keep a watch. Like whenever you want to copy, we can just click here. Okay, I'm just changing this expa. Okay, sorry, expa. Previously it is a reserve. Now we are creating it for active. Now we'll not use the location size type. We will use replenishment zone. Exp nv. Okay, I'll save this. I'll again create one more location. I'll save this array. Yeah, save new one. Okay. Two. Okay. Oh, that's one flag I missed. Allow. Okay, allow partial PLBB. Okay, I'll keep it on. We'll use that in outbound. No, sorry. Okay. Okay. So these 4 location we created. Okay. So EXPR. Okay. R is for reserve. Okay. A we have active. Okay. So those 4 locations we have for export quality material. Okay. Now what I'll do, we done with location, we done with location size type, we done with replenishment zone. Okay. Now we will create a put away type. Okay. I'm doing this because electronic put away type is already created. Okay. So I'm just explaining you. So better we go with the fresh setup. Okay. I'm just putting it as export put away, export inventory. Okay. So I don't want any of these. I'll save it. I have saved. Okay. Now we created a put away type. Okay. This is also done. Now we will create a priority. So the strategize thing, Chang sir, strategize we will do here while configuring a priority and rule. Okay.
Okay.
So we can give the priority so that system can go through the priority. What is the what is the location size type or maybe a replenishment zone can be used to put away that material if this location size type has been confirmed. How it will be confirmed? There are ways to confirm the put away type because system should know this put away type system should use for LPN. Okay, so there are 2 ways. Okay, you can go with the item put away type. Okay, straight away from item it can come. Straight away from item it can come, or you can put it on a LPN while receiving. You can put it on a LPN while receiving. What is the put away type that you want to use for this LPN? Use this put away type. Okay, you can put it while receiving. Okay, now in our case, what we will do, we will put it on an item. Okay, let's say we'll configure one item. We'll use the existing one. Okay, let's say for this one. Okay, the item put away type here, it is Supremo. What we will keep, we can keep it as exp put. So whenever we receive this item, okay, then system will follow this put away type. Okay, now system knows what put away type to use. Now we should feed, if this put away type confirmed, what location system should drive to. Okay, so where we can configure that is put away priority. Okay, here you can configure once the put away type has been finalized by the system, then where you can put the location, put the LPN in the location. Okay, so we can configure it as exp. If the put away type is exp put away, then system should check first system should check reserve location. Okay, if it is reserve, then which type of location size type? You see, this is not the mandatory field. It means if you're not putting this as means if you're not giving this, system will search all the locations. System will go for all the locations that are there. So that's why we want to restrict, right? We don't want to keep this export quality of material anywhere. Okay, so we want to keep it only in this RAM. So we will restrict it to the EXP inventory. As this is reserved, that's why I'm giving this location size type. Okay, now we have put away methods. So there are different types of put away methods. First is location sequencing. So system will use the put away sequence that we have configured on locations. You see, although we have not given any put away sequence, okay, here put away sequence we have. Okay, let's configure here. I missed it. Okay, so this is 1001. Okay, I'll keep it like, okay, maybe 501. I'll copy. This is okay. 501 user. Okay, I'll configure here 502. Sorry, 500. This is first one. Okay, 500. 502. 503. Whatever sequence we have provided, system will sort those locations accordingly and system can find the put away location. Okay, but you see, we have two more options. System can go and check the radial type of put away methods are also there. This radial type of methods will use if you are giving the coordinates of that location. Okay, coordinates of that location. System can check. Okay, I'll just use system can check your warehouse in in 3D version. If you have given the dimensions and all, okay. Something like this, okay, XYZ you have given, okay. So from reference point, whatever dimensions that you have given, system can calculate the reference point and then system can find out whatever, I mean, which location is the nearer one. Okay, so whatever dimensions that you have given, okay, system can find out from that method also. Okay, but we'll not go with the radial method because we don't have that much information. Okay, so we are using location sequence. Okay, if you want to go with only location sequence, we will keep this put away search mode as it is. Okay, one more thing. If you are going with radial method, you can give the radius, in what radius you want to do a put away, and if this is not happening, then you can give the radial increase. So it will go for this much of increment. Okay, but we are not using this radial. We are going with location sequence, so this is not applicable. Okay, now use this put away search mode. Okay, here we have multiple options. First thing, system is scanning location sequence. It is prioritizing the locations for put away from the sequence that we have given here, put away sequence we have given here. Okay, from that, I mean, over this location sequence, you can also search few more things. Is the location empty? Okay, is the location, system can find most empty location by LPNs, by volume, by units. Okay, and least empty locations by LPN and volume. Okay, these are some modes you can use. Okay, let's say we are keeping it as empty location. Okay, system should always find a empty location. When you will keep this criteria, empty location, can you Imagine when you will always search an empty location. Any idea? When you want only one LPN to be stored in one location. Correct. You don't want to put multiple LPNs to that location. If it is filled with one LPN, system will not show you the same location again. You got this? So that's where you will keep this as empty location. If you keep it as most empty by LPNs, where this LPN capacity we have given? We have given it as it on location. If you see this max unit, max LPNs, we have given this. Okay. So system can find most empty, least empty. Okay. All these criterias you can validate. For export quality, we're keeping it as empty location. Okay. You can also use this flag search location with matching SKU. It means system will search the location which have same item and it will redirect the new LPN to the same location. Let's say in this location we have item A. Okay, you got one more LPN. Okay, and of course this if you want to work if you want this to be work, then you should not keep this as empty location. Okay, because for empty location for stock which is already present there, okay, system will not throw that location. Okay, it will not direct it to the field location, so that it has to be empty. Okay, if you are going with least empty or most empty, okay, then you can use this flag. Okay, it makes sense, correct? Because the item stock is already present, and if you have another LPN of the same item you want to put away, system will direct that LPN to the same location. You got this? System will find out the location which is having matching SKU stock. Okay. So is this clear? Hello. We are configuring if this put
Rajesh,
away.
sir,
Yeah, go ahead.
can we directly put away the material to the active locations?
Yeah, you're meaning manual put away?
Yeah, manual.
Yes, we can directly put it to the active location. You just need to give the active location barcode. Okay, from
Okay.
here. Okay, you just give the barcode, location barcode. So whatever it is, active reserve, whatever it is, it can go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but till now, whatever I explained for put away priority. Okay, here what we are configuring, if this put away type finalized, then system should check the reserved locations of this location size type. Then system should sort the locations with location sequences, put away sequences that we have provided on locations. Out of those, whatever empty location are there, system should give that location for put away. This is simple meaning of this configuration, put away priority. Okay. Now, this is for all the reserve location. We can tell system that if there's no location found in reserve location, you can go with active location. For active location, you again search the replenishment zone EXP inventory locations. You can check the location sequence and find out the empty location. Okay, I will save this. Okay, now you got this, how we have configured the put away priorities. Any doubt till now? Hello. Okay. So we have configured this EXP put away type. Whenever this finalized, I mean, if system find out this is the put away type, then system should check the first reserve locations of EXP inventory location size type. We have two locations. If this is not available, I mean no location found on this location on the reserve types of location, then system should go for the active for replenishment zone type exp inv. We have two locations here also. Now I already configured this item as item put away type exp put away. Okay. Now we will check if there's any stock available for this item. Okay. I'll just clear here. I can just put the item. I'll put the two location. Sorry, status two as located. So these are the LPNs we can use for put away. Okay. Now, what screen we can use for put away? Okay. We have screens, RF screens. Of course, we have to use only the RF. Okay. Give me a moment. Screen of put away. Okay. RF screens we can use. Okay. You see this put away, text put away we can use. Let me see suggested put away. Okay. Let me configure new. Put away new. Okay. I don't know any name now. I'm not getting any. Okay. You see there are multiple parameters. Okay. Now you see there's a mode. Do you want the LPN put away or pallet put away? Okay. So we are going with LPN put away. So what's the difference between LPN and pallet then? Can you guess? We can drive put away from LPN or for pallet also. So what's the difference between LPN and pallet? Can you imagine? Let me show you. Okay, this is one good example. There are 8 boxes here. Okay, these are on one pallet. So what I can say, there are 8 LPNs on pallet. Do you want to drive a pallet LPN or do you want to drive a full pallet put away or LPN put away? So you can scan individual LPN and you can do a put away instead of scanning a whole pallet and you can do a put away. Okay, I'm selecting here LPN put away. Okay, because we haven't enabled the pallet and everything. Okay, so we are going with LPN put away. Okay, now just give me a moment. किसी का कॉल आ रहा है. Okay, now there's one more important this parameter, recalculate put away type. Okay, so system will recalculate put away type. Recalculate means system will check if there are rule and whatever strategies that we have configured, okay, again while doing a put away. Okay, so whatever put away type this we have, okay, this will get recalculated, okay, from the screen while doing a put away. Okay, I'm enabling it. Okay, system should check the put away type again. Okay, because in this case we have a put away type of supremo, but I don't means currently as per setup the put away type should be export quality put away. Okay, so it should get recalculated. So that's why I changed the screen parameter. Okay, then I'll enable that screen new put away menu. Shiva, can you tell me in which menu? Okay, Shiva is there. Okay, no. Okay, so I'll set this menu. This menu this Frank Egan is having this RF menu. Okay, so I will add a put away screen here. I'll add it in receiving, insert screen, put away new. Okay, I have added it. It's taking time. Okay, it's done. I'll open RF. Let's say we will try with this LPN. Okay. We'll go to inbound. We'll go to put away. Oh, this in receiving I added, I guess. Okay. In receiving I have added. So you see this new put away. Okay. It will ask a LPN. Okay. I'm giving this LPN number. Okay. I'm tabbing out. Oh, no location found. Okay. As per put away type, it should get recalculated. Okay. It is getting recalculated, but as of now, system is not means the location is not getting found. Okay. I'll check what is the priority that we have set up. Again, we have done this location size type sequence, everything EXP. Location for this region along multi SKU. Okay, I'll just check the dimensions because it can also be checked while doing a put away. Oh, quantity is 40. 40 quantity is there. Item dimensions I'll check. 40 into 60. Okay, let me try one more LPN which is having less quantity. Maybe I'll use this. What the damage? Okay, let it be. Should not be. I'll modify a quantity. I'll just keep one. I don't want any dimension restrictions. Okay, we can see that later. Okay, I'm just again doing put away for this LPN. Okay, I'll just remove the lock code. There's a lock code. Okay, for damage lock code we haven't set up any rules, so that's why I'm just cleaning a lock code. You see, current location of this LPN is QA001. Okay, calculated put away type for this item and this put away, this LPN is EXP put away. Okay, currently it is showing it should direct to EXPR101. You got this? Hello, am I audible? Hello, Nishank sir, Santoshi.
We can hear you. We are just trying to understand.
Okay.
So we are going.
You see, for this item, we change put away type. Okay. We change put away type for this item as EXP put away. Now system knows whenever this item receives and we are trying to put away for this item, it should use this put away type setup. Okay. So what we have configured for this put away, okay, whenever this put away type we receive, it should go in reserve locations of location size type EXP INV. First priority. It will check reserve location first. Then if system doesn't find any location, any reserve location, then it should go for active location. That's what we said. Okay. Now, if I am trying to do a put away for this LPN, which is currently in QA001 location. Okay, current location you can see here. Now system is showing current location is this, and system have calculated correct put away type, and it is driving me to the reserve location EXPR0101. So this location system is pointing. Okay. Now I'll show you why EXPR101 only. Why 102? Why it is not went to 102? You see this location put away? Okay. Sequence. Okay. Let me configure it like maybe 10. Okay. I'm changing a put away. Cannot change a put away location size of inventory as okay. We already in the transaction, so that's why it can not be changed. I'll go back so that that location will be free. Okay, now that location is free, we can change the put away sequence. Okay. So now as per sequence, what happened? Okay. As per sequence, we are giving. I'm just trying to, make this as prior, okay, than this. This is okay. I'll just simply change 5022 to 402. So this makes prior. So it should give this location. Okay, this is active. I want to reserve. Okay, I'm changing this put away sequence. So 102 location is coming prior to 101. Okay, so I'm expecting system should go for 102 instead of 101. I'll do it again. Receiving. Okay, new put away. I'm giving the LPN. You see this? Now system is showing 102 first. How it came? Put away sequence. You got this? The put away sequence of 102 location is prior to 101. So that's why system is directing put away to 102 and not 101. Now you got this how put away sequence works. It just prioritize your put away. That's it. Okay. Now both the LPNs, sorry, both the locations are empty. That's why it is asking, whichever is the prior put away sequence is having. Okay. So that's why now it is asking for 102. Now, for some reason, if we don't want to put away to 102, we want to put away it for 101, we can check for alternate location. You see this action? Use alternate location. System will find out the next location. Similarly, you can go for the next also. Okay. You see active locations now it is coming with. You see 101. Okay. So that's how you can do a put away. Okay. I'll go with first location. Now system I have find out all the locations. We haven't used any of them. Okay. So I'll just go back and I'll retry it again. Where we want it. Okay, inbound, receiving, put away. I'll again go and give the location. Okay, now again we are at EXPR 102. EXPR 102. Okay, I'm giving the location barcode. Okay. Now it is done. Okay, you see this, the LPN which I used, this was at QA001. If I refresh now, you see the location is EXPR 102. You got this?
Yes, Rajiv.
Okay. Now I'll tell you why this IBLPN is, I mean, system is not able to find location for this IBLPN. You see no location found, it's showing, okay? Because we are using, I mean, we have 40 quantity in this LPN, okay? The dimension for this item is length 3, give me a moment, length, width, height, weight, volume, okay? Dimension, length is 3, 2, width, height is 10, weight is, okay, 1, volume is 60. Equals to this into 40. Okay, this is 120. This is total volume, total. Okay, total length, width, height, weight, volume. Correct. Now, the location capacity that we have configured is like this. Minimum weight should be 10. Okay, minimum weight. Okay, weight volume minimum is okay. Length, width, height is 10, 10, 10. You see, length, width, height is only 10, 10, 10. That's why system is not able to find out the, I mean, this figure will not, I mean, it will not get fixed in these 10, 10, 10 dimension, correct? Length 10, width 10, and height 10. Got this? So that's why system is saying there's no location, okay, for this amount of, the dimensions which is finding out, which is getting this much dimension. You got this? Why system is showing no location found? Now let me show you. I will increase the dimension. Okay, it is 120. I'll make it as 250. Okay, width as 100, height as, okay, height as 500. Minimum max weight is fine. Okay, now let's try. Okay, now let's try. Give me a moment. I'll just go back. Maybe I'll again check a few more things. Current item. Oh, you see volume is 24 or 00. I also need to change the volume as max volume as 2500. Okay. Now we'll try to again do a put away for this IBL. Basically, I'm just checking the dimensions. Okay, and we were not having the the location which can fit that LPN. Okay, so I changed the dimension of that location, and now we are trying to do a put away. You see, now system is showing this location. Why? Because it fits in all the dimensions, volume, weight, everything. Okay, you got this? If I do alternate location, it will say not found. Why? Because no other location is having such dimensions. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I guess this is all for today. We'll not go ahead for this electronic. Okay. Are we good? Nishan sir? Because I guess वो ज़्यादा हो जाएगा एक दिन के लिए. Hello. Nishan sir? Are you there? Okay, Satyaji, so we have completed this put away type, put away priority, location size type, location, replenishment zone. Okay. The ask from my side is, as I have created for export quality of material, okay, you can try the same configuration for, let's say, which I can give for putaway types. You can do it for putaway, damage, crossovers, scrap. Putaway is there. Okay. Putaway priority. Okay, do it for FG putaway. Okay. So the similar thing we did for EXP INV, you do it for FG material, finished goods material. You got this? Hello, Santoshi. Please try the same configuration, okay, for FG material. So take a item, any item, okay. Take any item, okay, you want. You can create, or you can use the existing putaway type, FG putaway, okay, okay, and then you can drive. You can configure the rest things, okay. Like just like EXP we did, you can create FG101, okay, FG102. Similarly, you can create this, okay, location along with location, size type, and replenishment zone, and try if this works. You got this? Hello.
Rajiv, I may require some time because I missed a few classes, right? Like I should go through that. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. But this PTA part is only if, I explain only this session. I explained
Okay.
this PTA part only in this session. So you can able to do, if you can just go through this session again, okay, and try to do this FG material put away, okay. And tomorrow we will start for. Tomorrow we will see how we can drive the put away rules, where we can customize, and you can strategize this put away more strongly, or maybe more complexly. Okay. Hello.
Okay, sure. Rajiv.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah. Hello. Bye. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Rajiv. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye.